The final version 41 patch is out for Project Zomboid, and they made a few changes for the Hotwiring system and car alarms in general, so I figured I'd update my guide and create the ultimate Project Zomboid Hotwiring Guide Compendium of all time. So subscribe and like and all that. Shut up, let's go. To hotwire a car, you need a few things. You'll need 1 level in electronics and 2 levels in mechanics, or just be the burglar occupation from the get-go, and you'll need access to the driver's seat of the car. If the doors are locked, I recommend looking around a bit for a likely spot to find the key. They can sometimes be found in the trunk, or on one of the zombies in a nearby building, or dropped on the ground around the car, or if you found a scene like this one, you might find the key in a nearby Zed. Otherwise, you'll need to smash a window to get in. I recommend smashing the front passenger side window to get in, as police cars won't let you get to the driver's seat from the back, and smashing the driver's seat puts you at a greater risk of being bitten while waiting in the drive-thru. Once in the driver's seat, you'll simply press V to open the options wheel and click on the key option that's labeled Hotwire. Then, wait. And try it again when it fails. You might get lucky and have it work the first or second time, but if you have a low electronics stat, it may take upwards of 20 tries. We'll get to how I know that when we talk about the recent changes. If you're confident that the area is clear, you can queue up a few Hotwire attempts by just hitting V and clicking the Hotwire action multiple times, but you will be trapped in the Hotwire animation even after you've succeeded in hotwiring the car for as many times as you told it to try. Now, once the car is hotwired, you'll see these wires right here and be able to drive it whenever you like. But there's no way to un-hotwire it, so if you're on a multiplayer server, someone else can grab your car whenever they want to. Now, in the final changelog of the version 41 patch, they stated a few changes to how hotwiring and alarms work together in general. First, they say there's a low chance that failing to hotwire the car might cause the alarm to go off. So, being the scientific-minded person that I am, I decided to test. And to test. And to test. And we tested on this character, who has just enough electronics and mechanical skill to hotwire, and we jacked a dozen rides and failed over 100 times, and then we even tried it on a burglar character, and then checked it with a character that has level 10 in electronics, and we never got the alarm to sound, not even once. So when they say there's a low chance that it'll happen, they mean it. So it's something that might happen. It's a very real possibility, but don't worry that it'll happen to you. But if it does happen to you, you'll need to get out of there as soon as possible, because the car alarm is one of the loudest things in Project Zomboid, and people don't often realize just how far away it's drawing Zeds from. So here, let me illustrate. I've got a car here in roughly the middle of Muldraw, and I set its alarm off. If I were to discharge a shotgun, it would draw them from 200 tiles away. But this beast is drawing them about a cell and a half. That's most of Muldraw, all heading to the Friday night player fry, expecting you to feed them. And as a side note and addendum while I'm editing this video, I found out that these ranger cars, when you set off their lights, the zombies will attack the rear right door and the light bar directly, even if you're not in the car. Ambulances and police cars don't get attacked like this, and their sirens will continue to go until the battery dies or they run out of fuel. Or both. But these ranger cars will only go until there's about 5 zombies around, and then they'll shut off. So if you're planning to set a trap or clear out of town, then use an actual police car. Now, the devs made a few other changes along the way to when car alarms can sound, and these I can verify. If the car's alarm is on, opening the hood certainly can set it off. And if a stray zombie brushes up against it, that too can certainly set the thing off, as we see here. So do be careful when setting up a new server or world. If you change the car alarm setting to frequent, the zombies will occasionally ring their own dinner bell and aggro everybody in town. And if you walk up onto that party, you're not gonna have a fun time. And speaking of ringing bells, I've got one here that'll let you know when there's fresh Project Zomboid news, field guides, and deep dives. as well as chill playthroughs of whatever else I'm playing here on the backlog. And also, here's a few other videos of mine on the screen that you might like. Go ahead and watch those, and I'll play with you again later.